Today we will discuss about IP security. In short, we call it IPSec. So, what is the outline of the today's presentation? First of all, we discuss about the need of security in IP layer. Then overview of the IP security protocol. Then what are the different mode of operation in IPSec protocol? Then we discuss about the protocols within the IPSec. So before going to IP security, we are remembering how a host X communicate with host B over internet. So host X sends a IP packet through its router, and that packet travels through different LAN and WAN and ultimately received by the router of the host Y. Okay, and router 2 delivers the packet to host Y. So in host X, we have 5-layer in TCP/IP protocol suite. So actually, application layer, TCP transport layer, IP works in network layer, and LLC and MAC is the subpart of the data link layer. And last of all, it is a physical layer. So the uh, host X prepare the data in the application layer. Then in the TCP layer, TCP adds its header with the data. Then the data moves to the network layer, and IP protocol adds its header with the data, and in the data link layer protocol add that header and data with the original data that is produced by application layer, and ultimately they hand it over to the physical layer. Okay. After that, it received by the router R1. We know router works in 3 layers, means physical, data link, and network. So this is traverse the data packet traverse through the physical and data link and IP layer, and ultimately it is received by R2. R2 is also a router, so R2 also have 3 layers: physical layer, data link layer, and IP layer, means network layer. Okay, and R2 delivers the packet to the host Y. So after receiving the packet in physical layer, it is delivered to the data link layer. So data link layer, I have previously said, consists of 2 sub layer, LLC and MAC. So they removes their headers and tailors, and the original IP packet is delivered to the network layer. Then in the network layer, IP protocol removes its own header and delivers the packet to the TCP. TCP removes its own header and deliver it to the application layer. Only the data is delivered to the application layer. So thus the host X communicate with the host B. Now, what is the need of security here? Where we need security in this communication. So we are coming to that point. So the internet we are using here in this slide, this internet, WAN and LAN we are using is actually composed of public, untrusted, and unreliable IP network. Okay, it is public, means anyone can access that network, and entities are extremely untrusted. Okay, and IP is unreliable network. Means if a packet is lost or if a packet is not received by the receiver, IP do not take any type of responsibility. So, because of these security leakage exist in the network layer, we are incorporating security in the network layer through IPsec. So here we are discussing some of the threats exist in the internet. So data integrity, what is data integrity? If the content of the packet should not change during transmission. If the content is changed, that means the integrity is lost. Identity spoofing. Identity spoofing means if within host X and host Y, there is someone host Z and host Z pretending as host X sending a packet to Y, then Y will understand actually the packet is coming from X, not from Z. This is called identity spoofing, and anti-replay attack. So I all anti-replay replay attack is unauthorized data can be transmitted. Means if in a transaction which is held before, if someone is capturing the transaction and transmitting that transaction in the future, that is called the replay attack. So we have to prevent the replay attack. Loss of privacy means, what do you mean by privacy? Privacy means by the content of the data packet should only be read by the receiver and the sender. Okay, intended receiver and the sender. If within the transmission period someone else read the content of the data, that means the privacy or the confidentiality is lost. So now we are coming to the IPsec. So to remove all these type of threats that exist in internet, a new type of protocol came, that is IPsec. So IPsec is actually not a single protocol. It is a set of protocols. And actually IPsec do not do not provide any type of encryption or authentication protocol. It actually provides a framework or mechanism that, and which type of protocol, encryption protocol or authentication protocol user will use, that is dependent on the user. Okay, and it is a collection of protocol. IPsec is not an individual protocol. That is the main point. It is a collection of protocols. So here are some application of IPsec. So what, in which scenario we must use IPsec? So if a office have many branches, so they have to communicate through between the branches. They have to send the data from one branch to one branch. So in that scenario, we will use the IPsec to provide security to that data. Okay, and if we remotely access some server or over internet, so we must use IPsec. Or establishing a external connection means beyond my intranet. So we use IPsec, and also within the intranet connectivity also we use IPsec. And for enhancing the security in various e-commerce application, we also use IPsec. So this is the actually the scenario of the IPsec, how IPsec protocol works. So here is a user system which is IPsec enabled, means it is using the IPsec protocol. So this is my secure IP payload, means whatever I receive from the upper layer. Then this is the IP header, and in between that the IP sec header is included. Okay, and this entire packet inclusive IPsec header is travel through the public network, internet, or many private networks. Okay, and then it is ultimately delivered to the respective routers. And here is the these routers are also IPsec enabled networking device with IPsec. So what is the task of this router? So these IPsec enabled routers will remove these IPsec header from the original packet, and only the IP payload and the IP header will be delivered to the host. And in this side, the same thing, this device will remove the IPsec header, and only the payload, secure payload, and the IP header will be delivered to the host. Next, IPsec mode of operation. So, what do you mean by mode of operation? Mode of operation means where the IPsec header will be attached with the IP packet. Means in which place we will add the IPsec header. There are two modes: transport mode and tunnel mode. So this is my original data. This is my original data. This is the data that is produced by the application layer. This is the TCP header added by transport layer, and this is my IP header. So this is my original data. So in transport mode, the IPsec header is included in between the IP header and the TCP header. So only this part is protected. Okay, this part is secure from the IPsec header to the data, but the IP header is in this mode. IP header is not secure, means the information contained in the IP header can be changed by anyone. But in the tunnel mode, the entire IP packet is secure. So here is the original IP header, means here up to this it is the original packet data TCP header, and it is the IP header, means this one. Okay, and before that we add a IPsec header, just like this IPsec header. So now this part is protected. No one can change the original header, and a new header is added. This is a redundant information of this header. Okay, so this header is added before the IPsec header. So here, including the original IP header, the entire packet is protected, but in the transport mode, only the data from the upper layer is protected. So in the transport mode, what is the position of the IPsec? The position of the IPsec is after the transport layer and above the IP layer. Okay, means IP layer means network layer. Okay, and in the tunnel mode, this is the application layer, transport layer. This is the IP layer. So the entire thing is included into this protected data. Then after this IP layer, we will add a new IPsec header and an extra IP header will be added below the IPSec header. So like this, it is in the receiver end. Okay. So now we will discuss about the different protocol exist in the IPSec protocol. So IPSec consists of two types of protocol: authentication header protocol and encapsulating security payload. So what is the task of the authentication protocol? Authentication protocol provides data integrity and also provide data origin authentication and also user authentication, and also it protects against the replay attack. Encapsulating security attack or ESP provides confidentiality, means privacy, data privacy, along with all the facilities that are provided by AH, that means authentication header. Both of the protocol can be used alone and can be used with combination of each other. Okay, so this is my brief lecture on IPSec 2. Thank you.